Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the audio edition. The tarot reading for someone who wants to manifest, who has the imagination, and is a multitasker. Why do I say that? Well, simply because you do have a picture up on your screen, but it is a static picture. It is the picture of the tarot spread for the day. That's about all we're going to get. It's important because you have something to refer to, but you're not locked into a screen, which means your imagination, in terms of interpretation along with me, is wide open. That's a good thing. Plus, if you're a multitasker, you can get up and walk away, make a sandwich, pour a cup of coffee, do whatever you have to do, and still listen. It means, as a tarot reader, I have to try to convey that story to you as best I can to help you to manifest. So let us begin. In the beginning, we start at the top row, we go to the bottom row. Top row, we have co-create. That is the main theme we're dealing with in this reading, co-creating. Alrighty. Co-creation is always a very interesting topic because it could mean, yes, you are collaborating with another person or some group, and you're putting your energy to focus on a particular job or target, something like that. That may indeed be true, and for normal or usual tarot readings, that I would say would be the general go-to idea. But remember, this is manifesting. It's all about you. It's not about somebody else. It's not about outside influences particularly. It's about you and your potential. So, co-creation. You are creating with someone or something in your life. You're making something new, the act of creation. And you are now trying to summon up your team, whatever your team is. We'll find out through the reading. Remember, upper row, far left, we're looking at the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups always indicates some sort of sorrow, walking away, turning your back, burning bridges if you have to. I mean, it's done, it's done. The problem is that we're talking cups here. We're talking about emotional attachment of some kind or another. But you're headed in a new direction. If you are looking at or remember the Rider-Waite cup, there's a guy walking off and there are the 8 cups behind him. And he's leaving them there. Also, in there is a full moon. And we got an eclipse period coming up. I'm thinking within the next couple weeks to month, you are going to be seriously considering walking away from something, someone that you're attached to. Or at the very least, you're used to. Very often we confuse attachment and being used to something as love. Not really. Nevertheless, you're going to be walking away from something to something else. Probably at least within the next month or so, I'm thinking, in the eclipse season, or at the very least, the idea will come to you clearly. Next card over, top, we got the Three of Wands. Love the Three of Wands because it is pursuing the unknown. It's visionary. Rider-Waite, you see the guy with 3 wands around him. He's holding on to one, looking into a very bright future. Spectacular. But the thing about the card that's so fascinating and so often forgotten, it's visionary. So here you have the act of co-creation kind of guiding this whole reading. You have a person, 8 of Cups, walking away from something that he knows well, something that he believes he loves. And the Three of Wands says he is walking to something that he will have more passion for, more enthusiasm for, more excitement for, very positive about the future, and has in some regard already, because he's grabbing onto one wand, made a decision between multiple choices. Moving over again to the right, skipping the Oracle card because we've already covered that, we have Justice. Justice is powerful juju. Justice is fairness, it's law, it's logic, it's truth. It's balance, fairness. And that's really what the whole thing is about. And in fact, again, looking at the Rider-Waite card, you see an individual holding in the left hand the scales, the balanced scales, and in the right the sword. The sword is truth. The sword are thoughts and ideas, powerful. And what you're trying to do is step forward. You know that you have to leave behind someone, something, step into the future, which you're hoping is going to be very positive. And you want to do so with a clear mind, a clear focus, and a balance. That is the one thing that you have been missing in the past couple of years, at least, maybe your whole life, is this idea of fairness, of balance. You know, I'll give as good as I get, but please send something this way for a change. It's not just me give, give, give. And the final card up top, Knight of Wands. Love this, because Knights always bring some sort of a special gift. And the Knight of Wands brings enthusiasm, right? Confidence, courage, passion. That's what you're doing in terms of co-creating. This thing that you are moving to, this person that you're moving to, but I think it's more of a situation, will excite you and enthuse you. That's what you're hoping for. It will spark your life again. It will help you see the sunshine, the positivity, the enthusiasm, the joy. That's what you've been missing. I think that's what you want to create in your life. Something with some juju. Now, it may be with an individual person, or it just may be your outlook on life. You just said, that's enough. I've had enough of this looking down. Time to look up, look out. Positive. Bottom row, all the way to the left, Six of Cups. Six of Cups is nostalgia. Okay? Happy memories, people from your past, maybe even touching your inner child. And I think that's the key to co-creating here. It's going back to a time, not for the people, not for the situations, for the memories. And those memories are going to spark something in you that is significant, that will help you to co-create a life that is more enthusiastic, more positive, more exciting. But to do that, you got to touch your inner child. And that's the journey to co-creation. This could take a while, depending on where your head's at, where your heart's at, where your spirit's at. But that's the key. Find that 5-year-old in you again. It's going to make all the difference in the world. Next card over, we got the Page of Swords. Page of Swords. It's learning, embracing new challenges, honesty. It's truth for you. And that's really the whole key here in terms of helping you to co-create. You need to be able to honestly tune in to that inner child. Find that joy, that positivity that you had as a little kid. Because, man, it's taken away really quickly. And there's very little effort to try to maintain that positivity. Oh yeah, we laugh, we joke, but there's not that innocence, that hopeful innocence that you have as a child, and that's important for you to co-create. Reach out there, find that inner child, and you can do that with some good, clear thinking. And I think the eclipse is going to bring up the opportunity to really clarify things. But we move over the vice versa card, we'll get to that in a minute, over to the right, Two of Swords. Two of Swords says, okay, you have a decision to make. Okay? They're ideas. Remember, swords are ideas. And at this point, you're stuck. You're stuck. You can't make a decision. You may even be avoiding the truth. You're thinking something, you're touching something, and you may be hesitant to move forward with it. But you have a decision to make. Twos are always decisions. And with the Two of Swords, you want to touch that inner child. You want to reach out to that more optimistic, positive time. There may be two ways of doing it, or more than two ways. And that's what you're stuck on. And because you're spending all the time thinking about them, you may not be doing as much as you should. or you just spending a lot of time and effort trying to make sure that you make the right decision. It's coming. It's coming. The eclipse season's right around the corner. Final card at the bottom, Six of Swords. Basically, it's leaving the choppy waters, going to where it's calmer. They're carrying the 6 swords, the 6 ideas of 6 thoughts. There's 6 truths with them, and they're making a passage. They're moving forward beyond the current situation. A situation that at best is boring, lifeless, and joyless, but on the other hand, is something that you're getting ready to leave behind. It's just where do you go next and how do you get there? Six of Swords says you can do it, but you got to change your thinking about it. You got to change your outlook. You have to be more positive. You got to touch that Knight of Wands and all the Wands energy. You've got to do it because you have the vision. Three of Wands says you do, and the idea, the energy here is co-creation. And the final card that we're going to do is the middle card. It's the vice versa card in reverse. It's again the Six of Cups. This time in reverse. And when it's in reverse in the vice versa deck, it doesn't mean that you're not going to get it. It means that you're in the process of touching that inner child. You're on your way. You're on your journey. You may be unsure as to how you do it, how you can accomplish it. There may be maybe at this point more questions than answers, but there's that need in you to step forward to a better time, a more positive time. And with that, you can co-create. In that process, you are literally co-creating with the other parts of you a new life. It's not going to be necessarily fantastic, bright lights, and whoa, this is great. No. But it will be a new path that brings you excitement, enthusiasm, and joy in your life. Again, co-create with your best co-creator, you. So that's the tarot reading for today. More manifesting tomorrow. I hope you're with me. I do a brand new read every day, 365. Between now and then, as usual, peace and blessings.